I started playing
What's up, everybody? This is
poker.
the poker coaching study session. Today we're with my friend Koral, who played this game of poker. And let's hear what he has to say about it.
Yeah, so I started playing back in the days when poker was easy, and I played online like in 2008 or something like that. Then I stopped, and then I played live, and then I came back to playing online a couple of years ago, and now I've had 1 year staking deal with poker, and this is like by far my biggest score. My second biggest score was like 3K, a bit more, but not much. So huge
Nice.
score for me.
Very nice. Good to see you back in here with us too.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Good run, yeah.
Thanks.
All right. So whenever you're ready, just grab the screen and we'll get started.
So, and these are filtered for BBIP, so I don't know if
Yeah, I would call it well.
Yeah.
It's a big one, but I mean, a pair. We're gonna smash it. Oh, what? You know what? Against this size, I think you just call.
yeah, I think you should call, but it's also like I think people very much under bluff with this sizing, and they just are happy getting the stacks in. Yeah, like in GTO it should be only call ever. I raise, but it was a mistake this time. But I think it's very often people have overpaired there when they
Yeah.
use that sizing. And if it's like jacks or something, then the turn might be a scare guard or something.
Yep, or those spaz with like ace king.
Yeah, I think you're right. When you raise, you get it in clean against jacks before like an ace turns or something like that. But thing is, when you raise as well, like you get rid of all of the bluffs.
Yeah, and that's the question. Does he have enough bluffs? I usually think that people don't have bluffs with the large sizing in 3-bet pots, but
Yeah,
he did, so
I agree.
it didn't go well. So
Wow.
what do you guys do here?
I would just stuff it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, got rebuy equity. It's PKO.
I think like
Going all in
in
for
Solarland, ace king would call often in position. I did just jam.
You call with ace king suited and maybe jam ace king off.
I think like in position, I think offsuit would be more likely to call, I think. Out of position, likely the other way around, because then it's a playability, but in position,
I don't know, I'm just always stuffing it here because like they don't bluff enough when they take that line. And then you just always like get it in kind of good because some people are gonna show you like ace queen and ace jack sometimes.
for 100 big blinds.
Yeah,
People call with ace jack.
yeah, it's Sunday.
it's true as well.
It's a possibility, like it's not gonna be like, some players will. Some players will run it with like 4 or 5 suited.
And if you ever get any pair to fold, sevens, eights, you're ecstatic because they actually were the favorite.
What do you guys do here?
I honestly just fold.
An ace high board, we're supposed to overfold, but we have a high spade. Have one of the best spade and we have the backdoor straight. And then we have two over to the seven, so, but against this size, it's like. If I did anything here, I would raise. But against this size, I think I just fold.
Yeah, I didn't want to call. Thought
I
maybe
don't
I'm folding, but I did raise.
Yeah, raising I think is good, but against this size, it feels so thin. If it's a
Yeah.
bit small, you know, and then you check raise fast, not too
Yeah.
big, it's gonna get through a lot, but. If it's like he bets big, and then you think, and then you raise big, I don't know. Not my favorite line, you know?
Against this
Yeah.
size, I'll just fold as well.
Yeah, I think that would be the best.
Yeah,
People tend to be value heavy with the bigger sizings, especially if they have like multiple sizings. And it's hard to find like many intuitive buffs here either. So even if he has flush draw, it's not that great because
I love this call.
so what do you guys do here?
I think you can bet small here because you get called by worst ace size.
Is the button in the hand or the big blind in the hand?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm not betting.
well,
Yeah, but I
the
think
is gonna be straightforward. He either leads or check raise right away. But against a check raise, if your heads up, I mean, are you supposed to fold on, it's a PKO, you have two over card, you know?
Under the guns in the hand too, right? I think they're gonna check a lot. So they're pretty uncapped.
yeah, I think like I have a lot of ace highs that I dominate that would fall to a bet. So that doesn't seem optimal. So I checked. And I have position. Now I could maybe call a small bet or something.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do here?
Gotta fold, no heart. I think I might feel one with maybe with a heart.
Oh, it's an inside board, we overfold. And a three bet pot, like the number one card that is bad for us would be a king eye board. Then the number two is an ace high board. I think we
Yeah.
need a heart here to
I
continue.
might float with a heart and then try to steal it if he checks turn. If he checks back turn, I might try to steal in the river. But, I'm just folding this hand.
I can actually check. What does GTO wizard say? Button raise.
I fold, it's probably just gonna fold them all, to be honest. I'm a little too sticky.
Right.
Hey, could you give me quickly the last flop? What was it? You remember?
Mm,
3, 4, 6, I think.
3, 4, 6, huh?
Rainbow.
Two-tone or rainbow, I forget. that
Rainbow.
part. Rainbow,
and the turn was like the
10,
fourth.
10 of diamond or something.
And on the flop,
Is it,
they both
is-
check to you, right?
No. Right now the bet size is wrong.
Yeah,
It's like 5.
is this small blind three betting or the big blind?
Alright, so I
Small
just
blind.
showed something real
Looked
quick
like a big blind.
that could be
Yeah.
interesting. I'm gonna steal the screen real quick, just to go back to
Yeah.
the last time. Basically, oh no. Okay, here like that. This is the last end that was multi-way.
so the 2 is way different than a 4.
What do you want for a flop?
I mean, 4, 3, 4, 6 is way more connected than 2, 3, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's the board we have. We can
Three,
look
four,
at
five might actually be closer. Or
With
three,
the
four,
flut-
seven.
with the flush draw.
Oh, it's two tone. Alright.
So
8-6-4.
if we just look
Full
at,
tone.
at this one, say the big blind check, the hijack check, let's just take a quick peek at what, like, it's different ranges. But in my mind, this is what we should do with ace queen. Like, we should bet it because we get called by worse. I probably bet ace jack too much here, but that would be like my strategy.
But the problem here is also that I think this is a board that the small blind, a big blind should lead sometimes. And I don't think they have multi-way leads that often.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter if they don't pick up the lead because the lead is like 10 or 20% and then it has slivers of everything, right? So slivers of most of everything is checking, you know? So.
Yeah.
I like betting here.
So I honestly think the two does change a lot, though.
Can you share the screen again?
But anyways, pocket three should call. It's a bit
Hey, What's
smaller.
the EV? What's the EV?
Uh,
Huh? Making a lot of money.
yeah, and against half
The
pot.
SPR, right?
What is the stack size?
It's 80 big ones. I mean, these are not completely same.
So you're supposed to float here with an under pair on an ace high board. Right,
But notice that this has also the backdoor straight draw.
Yeah.
oh, see, it's
Like
mixed.
pocket sixes would fold more than pocket threes.
It's mixing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is like half pot.
Yeah.
There's like 25 and half pot, and
I think it's good just
he's
to go with the
betting
heart.
33, so
Yeah.
I think
against
it's
that
really,
sizing, it would be full
Yeah,
frequency.
well, the heuristic I like here, tell you what, like, if you see it's mixing with the ones without the heart, so it's always gonna be like that.
Yeah.
If you have like the one with the heart, you always call, and then you kind of mix without it. That's
yeah, I
usually,
just fold the other ones, right?
that's usually the
Yeah.
heuristic.
Yeah, but here is also like against 25%, it's calling everything. And
What's the EV? This is the percentage, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't, let's see. Like I haven't used it that much. It's a
Click,
EV.
yeah. Exactly, so
Oh
they,
yeah, now it's EV.
So
you capture
125.
2 chips in a pot of 30, so it's okay. It's not your best call, but it's okay. It's okay, you call. That's the thing, that's why I like to call with a heart, because you have more options.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you like to have the heart.
I'm folding hard versus that bet anyway, to be honest.
I'm not. You're not supposed to.
On that turn,
that-
I'm out even with a heart.
People show you ace king of spade, then you roll off a heart on the river and then,
So, but the guy, the E626 guy was not in the hand because I thought he was small blind. The three better was big blind.
And then they bluff you off the river because you only have the three of hearts.
Yeah, the big
No,
blind
oh
three
yeah,
betting.
right, it was big blind.
So those
Yeah.
ranges are different.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Smaller sizing. About the same EV.
It's the same, right? Just now that
Yeah.
the call without the card of the suit is like 0 EV. And the call with like the card of the suit is 1 EV.
Yeah, but this is against half pot and he was betting 1/3, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not a great spot. So what do you guys do here?
Well, it's a 10-eye board, so it's a key card. And there's only one key card for the big blind, so it's a range bet.
Yeah.
That's another key card for you and you pick up equity, you should size up. Yeah.
Would anyone lead here?
No.
Think you need to be a little bit more connected here. But if you're gonna lead, you need a 6 or a 7 in your hand, and 6-8, I think, is one of the hands that can lead. But the thing is, I don't think you can lead on, you need like, the ones you lead the most is like 7 high, 6 high.
Yeah.
And then it's not every 6 high, it's like 6, 5, 4, stuff like that.
And I think I wanna have it like probably diamonds and spades just to block some of their continues with their backdoor shit.
So this is minimum a call. Oh, but he's so short. He's so short.
But it's a bounty.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, minimum a call at chippy V, but the thing is, he's too short to really go for your gotcha, you know? You don't have the implied odds that, but you have to over cards and blah, 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 and yeah. If you
I'm
hit
just
the
waiting.
pair, you can stack him up,
Gonna raise fold, I think.
especially like.
You can
not
raise
five-
fold, you cannot do in a bounty,
Yeah,
like it's,
so I like
Let's see.
calling.
and I think he has like less than starting stack. I think I'm not sure, but I think it's 25,000
Yeah,
starting stack.
So we can't raise fold in a bounty?
No, not with like guaranteed equity.
like-
Got shot to nuts and
Yeah.
2 overcards. Like,
I like calling. Minimum, yeah. Now on this turn, he doesn't bet it. It's like the best card in the deck for him. So he in position should definitely be
Now
betting.
you're just gonna stack his ace, which is pretty sweet. I just go for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he folds.
Yeah. But
but I think he's also like, if he has nothing, I think he's bluffing the river every time.
well played. So I
What do you
think
guys
on
do
this
here?
texture, I like big bets. So the way you're gonna structure, I don't think it's a C bet small at all. Because if you think about how would you bet with ace 8, king 8? With pocket nines, pocket tens, pocket jacks, pocket queens, you're gonna blast this pot out of oblivion.
Yes.
And then think about your ace high as well. If you, on the flop, you bet really, really big, you get better ace highs to fold. So I think if you wanna put it in GTO wizard, we can. I think this spot, you're gonna be very polar.
Yeah, I size up here too.
Yeah,
eight high,
because,
seven.
I mean, it's really supposed to be polar because the 8 does not connect with my offsuit opens. Then you need to bet polar. If
Well,
if the high
it's-
card connects with your offsuit opens, then you can usually,
Doesn't
do
even connect
more
with your
small
suited
betting.
opens.
yeah, but suited hands are few, offsuits are many.
Well,
Like, everything connects with like suited hands.
Yep.
So if this would be like 10, then you would start like betting small. But splitting the ranges is just so hard. And it's a bounty, and I don't mind when this happens. but you are absolutely correct that
Can you just give me the flop quickly?
8, 4, 3, I think. Two tone.
8, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think we size up to,
We're gonna
eight,
say,
8, 7 high, 8 high, connected, 6 high, all that shit. If it's somewhat connected, I think we can size up.
I see, I
Versus the
thought
big blind.
about pocket nines would size up, tens, jacks, but queens don't even size up, jacks don't even size up that much. Your eights wanna size up. Hands like a7 is just a bet small,
Yeah,
so you were right. Mostly it's like betting small, like 50% of the time. Sizing up with some portion of the range, but not that much.
How much are we checking the nut flush?
Um,
oh yeah, not even the best aces.
spades, let's look at spades. So these are spades, we check it. With this, exactly with a7. This is exactly the part of the range we choose to check.
Is that because it blocks continues, the 7, the 6? The
Yeah.
5, it's
Oh, yeah.
blocking, hands that they're gonna continue with.
So we bet with 2 overs and a flush draw, not flush draw.
Yeah, and when we
Check.
don't have overcard to the 8, basically, like king 7, a7 and lower, if we don't have an overcard to the 8, we check it a little bit.
Makes sense though.
I noticed like ace 5 and ace 5 has additional equity with the gut shot, so it starts to bet again.
See, for in my mind, you would wanna bet this part of the deck to get better ace size to fold, but it's not the case here.
But you're still betting them half the time.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just like betting, the small bet is just here because it's just like everything is equity, like you have either like 2 overcards or then something like gutshot or something. It's like 5-9 is like the only hand that doesn't
Yeah.
has only 1 overcard, so just betting small denies equity.
Hey,
And-
don't forget to share the screen again.
But I think in a bounty you would bet even more.
I thought it was a bit big, it's a bit small.
Got scammed.
Yeah, I don't.
The first of many.
You call 8-4 off? What
Suited, yeah, 8, 4 diamonds.
was it suited? Oh, okay.
I think it might have been offside, but not sure. But it's Sunday, people will call. That I don't like. So what do you guys do? Do
Give
you
up.
think?
I'm
Give
done.
up.
Probably fold a turn.
How did we get here?
Yeah, I'm sure I put a bet in. I missed your bet. I'm not sure I'm involved post flop. Versus 2
Wow, the
people.
guy flat called with 4-3 off.
Check through. flop.
Okay,
I would
Is it-
always fold here.
But like, he never has a queen. Like he bets super often the queen.
Yeah, but it's betting into 2 players, so it's like he's betting big into 2 players. It's like I miss value and then,
I mean, this other guy should never have a set, should never have a set of 7s either. I don't know why the hell he's checking twice.
Oh,
For
I
me,
think
when you
that's
call
solver
here-
approved.
He
Like-
wants to the minimum. And feel clever.
But also I might have some notes because he has
Yeah, that's pretty
4-3
awful.
offsuit.
Pretty
So,
awful.
so his range is not GTO. But I don't remember, but it seems plausible.
got a booty. Oh,
Oh,
This
wait,
was nice. It's
Oh, this is
bounty,
great.
so
Is
that's
that 7 point-
fantastic.
Is that 7.88 raise a bit big?
no, No,
No.
both are very, very deep.
Yeah, and especially when there is like possibly like bounty,
Okay,
like of course with aces, I just want to call, but with normal hands that 3-bet, I don't want to give him very
You
good
just
pot touch
have-
when there can be bounty.
You
okay.
just have him covered too, which is sweet.
No, no, no.
Yeah, oh,
Ooh.
this was sick hand.
Wow.
Needle on the river. Oh,
Wow.
wow. This guy too had a piece of it.
Oh, he had you covered. I thought you had him by a slight little bit.
Everyone was gonna run into it. You're just short of one big blind here. It's your only mistake.
Bert, the
Yeah.
other guy folded tens.
See, if you would have folded the hand before, you would have covered this
Yeah, that's true.
guy.
Sad.
So here, I think this is a spot where you need to be polar.
I'm
Okay.
checking. I'm gonna put in a delayed C, but I mean, we get the bluff, pretty easy bluffs on a lot of high turn
I don't
cards.
think actually like it's under the gun. Like I have lots of overpairs. He,
Yeah, but the problem here is, there's two key cards for the big blind.
yeah, but I don't think it matters that much against under the gun. Yes, of course, he has more one pair hands. But
thought
I
you
have
were
the
versus big-
overpairs.
I thought you were versus big blind. Aren't you under the gun?
I'm under the gun.
Yeah.
But
versus-
that's like if I would be from later positions when I have less overpairs.
Look at the. Right now, basically, whenever there's two key card for the big blind, as you see, we're always gonna be very polar. Okay. And then, we're mostly using the bigger sizes here. Not any yellow. Yellow is the small size and blue is the big size. And it's even betting, it's even over betting here. Right, so 10%, 9% over bet. Like 45% big bets and 40% checking.
Yeah,
This is,
but the check back range is too hard to balance.
Is it?
Like nobody ever checks back the aces. Or
I was
kings.
checking there with that hand, exact. I do a lot of delayed C bets, cause you know, like on ACR, these guys, well, they check raise them. They know to get after you on those kind of boards. So
And-
I do a lot of checking back with hands that really kind of aren't that good, and then I can bluff a lot of turns when it's an ace, a king, a queen, a jack. The bricks out for them, it's better for my range. It works really good.
And then you need to check back sets, which nobody does. So
Alright,
I don't like yeah, but it's super hard.
yeah, for sure. Share the screen again. I just know that at GTO, whenever there's two key cards for the big blind like that,
Yeah,
it's always.
yeah, like I can and I've tried, but it's just super hard.
Like usually the key cards for in position are is like ace, king, jack ten. And the key card for out of position when it's the big blind, it's usually 7, 6, 5, 4.
What about the queen?
The queen is like the wild card for the big one. It's very, very neutral.
I figured out why finally, yesterday. It finally dawned on me why the queen is the outlier for the big blind.
Well, I can tell you because when it's button versus big blind, the button doesn't open every offsuit queen and the big blind defends every one of them.
It's the highest card that we have the most combinations of in almost every time we defend from the big line. It's almost always gonna be the highest card that we have the most of. We're often gonna be raising some king X and some ace X, right? Queens, we always have, it's the highest card we have the most of in almost every spot.
When we call, interesting.
We call.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Took me 6 months for it to dawn on me.
4-9. Oh, we lost. No, they lost.
And now I swap tables, I think.
Okay, bet and pay.
So I think this is one of those weird spots. Like it's good for me, but if I have king, I don't need any protection against anything.
I think like, yeah,
I
you're,
think this should kind of like check back a lot when it's exactly like ace king.
yeah, you need a club to bet. I don't think you wanna bet here. Like if you bet the flop, then you pick up a club on the turn, you can barrel, that makes sense. Without a club, I like checking.
Whose hand history is this?
Corals.
Coral.
Okay.
What do you guys do here?
It's
It's
Always,
fold.
always snap it off.
Versus small blind, I'm calling. He's got the most bluffs. He's got the widest 3-bet range. So yeah, I'm in there.
It's a PKO, we're
fold.
hunting for
Yeah,
boosts.
it's a-
Oh no,
But I
that's
think-
not good.
When you say that, that small blind's got the most bluffs, I thought small blind, was more linear than big blind. I thought big blind was more polar with their 3 bets.
it's a jam, like it doesn't really matter, but I think like small blind will find more jams here because it's like
He's wider, yeah,
calling is like more nasty for him.
yeah.
I would
He's-
love to see that solver because I would fold sevens and call eights.
He's probably jamming 12% there, I would guess, at 25, 26 bigs.
It's an
Like
easy
he
call.
should be jamming every pocket pair, and I'm beating half of those. So, and against everything else, I'm happy, especially in a bounty. So
Yeah, it's
this
gonna be a
this is a
call.
snap call.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
a
think, like-
call like GPV without the bounties.
Oh, there was a bounty. I didn't know there was a bounty.
There we go. I like that.
Small blind's only jamming 6.5%, but still really wide. You're ahead of so much of it.
I like
Yeah,
jamming.
and they are jamming like ace king suited, ace queen suited, which
Sure.
they should be
All
like.
the wheel aces, a lot of offsuit shit. And actually, they're not jamming jacks plus, so your sevens are doing quite well.
I think
what do
you
you-
don't have a cold calling range at all here.
It's a bounty.
Yeah, but you don't have a cold calling range. You should four bet here.
I don't think so. It's a bounty. These, you got two guys that can jam.
Don't you think they're gonna jam anyway if you four bet?
No, I don't,
If they have a
not
hand. they fold.
necessarily, but it also like, if this guy jams, what is he gonna do? He thinks maybe my range is super capped and just jams because it's a bounty and he cannot fold. And
You know what? I would always jam here because one, I wanna ISO the big blind and the opener.
Yeah.
And two, I wanna play for stacks against the big boy. Like I want him to
sure.
call it off with like ace jack off because it's a booty.
yeah, but I think I can play for stacks quite often if he jams because
This
he
might,
will.
this might be nice with the suited ace king. You're not gonna do it with ace king off, are you?
It depends. And like, I don't remember how these guys played, so
I'll see now, you kinda have to take it post flop. Are you supposed to call here? Or are you supposed to
Yeah, you
fold?
gotta call.
It's close and now, okay, at least you have something.
Gotta call.
Now you're just never folding.
Now we're fucked.
Or maybe.
Oh, he checks back. Very
Oh, you're gonna
nice.
win? Yeah,
Jumpy chop.
But like, if the guy has ace queen of hearts, for example, do you think he's folding? If you rip it,
No.
face pre,
I don't think he is.
so that's why I like ripping.
I like really don't know how people call in bounties.
But do you think he's folding ace ten off if you rip it?
I'd
Some
fold
people
it.
will run it.
I'd
It
fold it.
depends.
I would
If-
fold ace queen off if against a cold rip there.
It really depends. If the big blinds jams and the original open jams, the guy left to act has to call for 3 bounties. It's like insane.
And they could have multiple bounties on their heads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's this is still quite early. Like I think I have a like very nice stack here. I think it's like 25,000. So the bounties are not that huge compared to our stacks. If they have one starting bounty.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do here?
Guess you gotta, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like
think,
hitting the king is,
honestly-
like hitting the king's bad, so I don't mind folding.
I think you should fold pre-flop.
I would call pre-flop.
Because when you have a 9 in your hand, you're blocking the bluffs in his range. You're blocking like when he has like, I don't know, jack 9 suited and he decides like it's a 3-bet, for example, or 10-9 suited, or you're blocking all the nines in his range. So I like folding.
I don't
because-
think he should.
Yeah, but the thing
I'm
is,
opening offsuit 9, so he's like he'll use some random hands anyways. But
We're defending king 8 suited, we're
Yeah,
even
but-
defending king 6 suited, so like. You
yeah,
gotta-
but we're defending them against a sim that 3-bets perfectly. This guy on the small blind doesn't 3-bet anywhere near GTO. Like he's missing half of the 3-bets. So in a sense, maybe we should think about whether or not we should defend our chart or not against this guy who doesn't 3-bet enough.
Well, you're assuming he doesn't 3-bet enough.
I'm not assuming. It's clear that population isn't.
Population probably doesn't, but I think I think the small blind's the easiest place to find 3-bets.
Even if you want to overfold a 3-bet, you can't fold this hand. It's too strong. It's too high up in the range.
In position.
It's just a suggestion. I mean, I like following her.
but he's actually like 9 is in. He should avoid using a hand with a 9 because those are my offsuit, first offsuit opens and my auto folds. So
I
he
might
wants
feel if I had
me
a-
to have a 9. So
So now that you're
He
here, I
should
think,
not.
now that you're here, definitely need to call. You're in
I would
position.
deal with hearts, I think, and just fold the rest.
Call.
I think, yeah, you have to call.
Oh, that's not good. I would.
it's almost
fold.
impossible to find like bluffs.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
fold here.
I think I would fold the river. 4-liner, flush comes, straight comes.
You definitely can't call, but what about
Ace.
jamming?
No,
So he's 3-betting a lot of his 10x, I'm out. Ace 10, king 10, queen 10, jack 10.
Yeah,
10,
and
9, like
if he
he
has
just
a-
got so many tens.
Yeah, and if he has a 10 on the
So do
10, he's
we.
gonna bluff it.
What
Do
are,
you call that do you call that 3-bet pre-flop out of position as well?
it,
Yeah, that would be a much more tricky.
it depends on the positions. What are our bluff jams when we have king 10 suited and we get there? Even like king 10 off might call. Early floor. But what
It's
happens when we
something
get there?
completely random. Like here you
Queen of
just you
clubs,
something with like a flush blocker, but like you don't have a huge
queen 9
number
of
of
clubs or something.
offsuits that you. But it's like, but that's why I can like fold here everything because the bluffs have to be like something completely random. You just have to like force some hands into bluff, like queen something, queen
I
9.
think, yeah, I think having a 9 is good to bluff. 'Cause you block like 9-10 suited.
But just find the hand with the least showdown value and bluff with it. But it's super hard. So if he has like queen here, he's gonna just check. Take the showdown value. Like I think the bluffs would need to be something like jack or queen that he needs to turn into a bluff. So what do you guys do here?
I bet small.
I think
Yep.
it's Small. I like see betting here.
Oh, I hate C betting here.
Pocket deuce, never lose.
Yeah, it worked.
It's an ace high board.
Yep.
Right? It's the blinds. What are you gonna do? Check? No, no, no.
Oh, shit. Hand is on my table.
Is this the 3-bet?
You can mix, you can call or 3-bet.
Small blind? I'm 3-betting this, I think I like every time.
Mixing. No heart. Why would you?
Sure.
Three bet. Oh, from the big blind, I think the big blind should lead on this turn.
Oh shit, I got a table going. What the fuck? And James is on my right and Mo Delights is on my left. What the fuck's going on here? I got a piece of Mo. Small piece. I think I bought a dot or something.
What do you guys do here?
All.
I'm okay with the fold.
You can't fold with the king and the 9 of spades.
Okay.
I mean, it would be a call against the solver, but I don't like when people bet big.
Oh,
Especially
I
when
lost.
it's,
I lose.
so what do you guys do here?
48 bigs deep.
I like, check,
Like that.
like checking. You're out of position.
Are you checking to call or checking to raise?
You're either betting big or checking here. And then when you bet, I don't think this is a great bet big spot. I think this is more of a check raise spot.
I
for-
actually think you can literally do anything except fold. I think you can bet
Yeah.
small, bet big, you can check call it and check raise. I think they're all on the table.
I don't think you, here's the thing, like in this kind of scenario, out of position is checking like 60% of the time, and when he bets, he's betting big. Do you think this is a bet big? I don't think there's much betting small is what I'm trying to say. If you have ace 10 here, would you ever bet small? No. If you have jacks, never bet small.
What about
Does
like jack 10, queen 10?
If you have queen jack, I mean, you wanna build a pot. If you have like ace 5 of clubs, you're trying to get better ace size to fold, you wanna bet big. Maybe we should look it up.
Yeah, let's check. I think the best tens are betting big for sure. I think the worst ones are gonna mix.
Under the gun versus low jack, and we are 30 effective,
It's
35 or
interesting
30.
part, like, I think I'm opening like lots
It's
of
not-
offsuit tens, but
Yeah, and it's not under the gun.
should
but
be
it-
not.
Under the
It's,
gun
uh,
1.
Yeah, if we're playing 8-handed, it's under the gun 1.
But
Then,
like checking range when somebody calls one
And
pip
30
after
bigs
you,
deep.
it's never that bad.
okay, let me show the sim.
But because this is 10 high, it might have something.
So 60% check, I had that right, 40% betting. I thought there was no small bets. I was wrong. There is some small bets, but it's
Some
mainly a big bet spot.
Yeah, notice that this has this bullshit bet size.
And the jack, and our particular jack 9 is. Roll over the jack 9. So with the clubs. Oh, look at
Do
that.
any of 'em.
It doesn't really care about the clubs very much.
No,
It's mostly checking and mostly, and then betting
Yeah.
small when it bets.
Yeah, say we check it and then he's supposed to be betting small a lot. So do you guys think it's a check raise? I think it is.
I think it's mixing.
Jack nine suited. No, it's just oh no, it's raising
We get to raise now.
half of the time.
Yeah.
Something like that. Alright,
Other half.
You
Okay,
can do anything except bet big.
yeah. And then on the flop, could we like bet it small?
Yeah, you bet
Jack
small.
nine, we mostly
small.
bet small. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
you can do anything.
yeah. And there's a sliver of bet big, but. Bet small, great.
See, with this combo, I like check raising a lot, but
Call.
get a club.
I don't
Oh,
hate, I don't hate this.
Oh,
oh, that was very thin.
oh, that was,
Check.
so you did the big check raise on the turn.
Call. Turn is the 7 of spade. You, turn is good, you check almost pure. What size does he use on the turn? Big, right?
I think you went 8.
Yeah, he
13,
goes big, but the
2/3.
sim also goes big. And then jack nine, the sim here is pure call. On
This is a bounty also.
Yeah,
That makes sense to me that to call here instead of the check raise, but ballsy.
yeah, but we have a lot of suited eights here, right? Ace eight suited, king eight suited, queen eight suited, 10-8 suited, 9-8
should-
suited.
He should have no 8s other than pocket 8s.
No, we have a bunch.
No, other guy, villain.
Oh, villain, yeah, probably is very short on eights, right? He's not calling, over calling with queen eight suited for sure. Yeah, he has like ace eight, 9-8, that's all. So have enough. You also wanna bet the wheels here. You know what? The clubs here, say you have ace five of clubs, you're stuffing it.
Check
all-
stuffing. You're,
Yeah.
you're.
Check
we're-
stuffing with like ace five, ace four, ace three of clubs, ace deuce of
Wow.
clubs. And then you're check calling with like ace king, ace queen, ace ten. Alright, nice.
Of clubs.
Yeah,
Good, okay.
so I would like, if you erase the flop, I think would be a little bit better. Did they have a 6 on the flop?
Yep.
Okay. So maybe he's just going away with it.
I think, yeah, the turn was no, wait a minute. The turn brought in this.
It's opened his not backdoor, not flush draw.
Yeah, it made it easier for him, right?
Lean towards calling, raising's okay too. Yeah, just call versus sizing. Call.
Yep,
Oh,
great, great.
It's fine.
And that guy shouldn't have any calling range there, right? With his,
Correct.
nut. He should have lost his money in a different order.
You
yeah,
Should've stuffed it.
Yeah.
I might raise this pre-flop. Oh, we're pretty deep. Never mind.
I mean,
see,
it's
on the
fine-
flop, I
fine
think we
raise.
should be betting.
Now, when we
Because
bet-
You
now when
wanna
we-
bet, you wanna bet with board interaction. And then like if an 8 turns, if a 5 turns, you can continue, if a heart turns. So like I would bet 1 and then I would bet pot on the turn.
but
I'm
after
fine
it
to,
goes- After it goes check, check, should we bet about 2.5, or should we betting smaller than that here?
Well, when the flush
think we-
complete, you're against the big blind, it has a lot of flushes, so we kinda need to be
No, he
cautious.
doesn't. He went check, he has this whole range, Louis.
Yeah, but,
And he's betting a lot of his flush draws on the flop.
Yeah, he doesn't have. He has,
oh,
a lot of
well, you know
cards.
what? You're probably right.
Yeah, this
because
was a limped pot.
All
that
of our
wasn't better than the
suited
flop.
stuff plays and all of his suited stuff plays, so
Yeah,
probably
he's-
not, unlike the other scenarios, no disadvantage when the flush comes in, you're right.
We wanna bet this, but do we
I
want,
don't wanna bet this.
really?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I
king
don't know
high
if
is
I
good at
bet.
showdown a lot. It's
Yeah.
a good just check call.
Okay,
Yeah. Also flush draw. Yeah, showdown value.
I think you can check raise. I just don't really like betting. Yeah, you're just turning it into a bluff. You don't really need to bluff. Ace high,
Yeah.
king high, blind versus blind are good hands.
Yeah, I like your line better.
and it was just check, the other line was just go check, check, check and try to take your king high equity.
Yeah, if he bets, maybe check raise on the turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise just try to get a showdown. Just fold.
Well, it's a bounty, I don't know. Yeah, it's too big though.
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't see how big his bound is. Like, he could have more, something else than.
Yeah, it could be, yeah, I like calling. That's the thing.
Oh,
No, you need to hunt really wide.
Um,
Yeah.
it's probably okay.
does it need to be 4 big blinds, not 3?
Yeah,
there?
I was thinking 3.5, like 4 is just a little big.
It doesn't
Oh,
go
I think
easily in the
Isn't 3,
GG sizings.
You
You,
what?
it's percentages, I think. You get the 4 big blinds more easily
I would
without
bet, here.
manually putting the sizing.
Yeah, I bet, large here.
why large? I don't understand the size. I would always bet small here.
It's a king high coordinated board. We're out of position.
Yeah, like I prefer using
If you have,
larger
king,
sizings than.
if you have king, queen, what size you going with?
Pot?
Yeah, large, right?
No, actually it's blind versus blind. I will bet small as well.
I bet like half pot.
ace king is doing well against queens today.
Well, you know what? You're over betting this flop. From the small blind. It's very big bets.
Interesting. I figured it'd be big. I don't know about that big.
125%.
With a jack 3 suited, that hand?
Yes.
Wow.
The hand was going mostly 125% pot.
Just fold.
I don't think you check here.
I
What
think
do you
so.
want to do?
Well, you bet for value, you get called by worst king ace. Like if the guy has like ace 10 of hearts, for example, he's gonna call, he's behind.
I think it's too thin to go for value and you're building a pot out of position.
Great.
Oh.
Speaking of the ace ten of hearts, thank you, Negreanu.
Yeah,
But it's also like if you bet it and he calls, then
what was
he's
the flop?
Jack 9-8, I think, two-tone.
You have a flop button at the bottom. Jack 9, 8.
Hijack
Yeah,
lizard.
you're betting, ace king here.
What?
Yeah.
Do we see the range?
Yeah. So it's not as I thought. Usually like I like to go polar in these kind of size. But it's betting small.
That's wild.
but it's
We
it
get
is
called
only
by worst. It's just, we get called by worst ace size. That is
I mean,
all.
So
we're
what do you do,
losing.
what do you
We're-
do when you bet 2.3 there and they make it like 8? Or something like that? What do you do then? Do you just fold? Is that what
No,
you have to do?
No, you have the king of spade. Well, no, it seems like you're folding, yeah. You're bet folding. And if they make it
So,
6, you're still folding.
With the ace of spades, a little bit of playing with the ace of spades.
So you need kind of interaction with the board here and we have plenty.
yeah, no this like all
Are
of
you
your
doing the same? Are you
other
doing the
aces.
same with ace queen there?
Ace queen has cut shot. It's much better than ace king.
But are you
I would.
betting ace queen there?
I would bet all 3 of these, even ace 10 because ace 10 has the open ender. So yeah, I would bet
Did-
all my ace size. Just to try to get very, very thin value from like, they're like,
well, yeah, the problem is they're folding all the aces you beat, really. Like ace 8, ace 9, ace jack are all calling. Ace 10 is an open-ended straight draw plus a pair draw.
yeah,
So
but
we're-
you're still live against like ace 6 of spade, ace 5 of spade.
So he's calling with his flush draws, which
Yeah.
we don't have great equity against. We're flipping with.
Well. It's value, right? 10.
I don't know. I feel like I'm checking it out of position, not building a big pot out of position. That's what I feel like. Maybe it's wrong.
Board's just smashing their range with their calling range, right?
His range is littered with pairs when we bet.
Is that what you're doing too, Nick? You're just calling, or you're check calling there?
Yeah,
But it's also like you only have small bets and you're not
Yeah.
betting near the range, so it's just easy to check range.
I'm not at Ken and Mo's table anymore.
I think, you need to bet here. On the flop.
Why do you think so?
Just because you get called by worse ace size.
I think it's probably a bet as well, but
Yeah,
this
but
guy
you
already,
are
this guy
getting
checked.
also maybe some worse ace size to fold, which is not optimal. I mean, likely ace king, ace queen is mixing something or
Like, I
it's
would-
prob-
best ones.
Solver's
would-
probably pure betting.
I
I'm
would
checking
bet
a lot.
them. Ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack. I would bet them and I would be a one and done, one small bet. That's all I'm saying. One value bet to get calls by worst.
And then check the turn, and then on the river, if you don't improve.
Wow.
Do you
Okay,
call a
okay.
bet? Do you call a bet on the river?
Very
Really?
passive from our opponent. You should have 3 bet. And then we 4 bet and he folds.
I bet the flop based off my opponent. This guy already checked raised just once, so I probably wouldn't bet.
Here, I would always go all in. I would never just min raise like that. I would always stuff it because you leave the door open for somebody to rip into you.
Yeah, I don't really know the bounty all in lines that well. Maybe, maybe not.
I like three betting the ace jack suited. And a PKO here. This guy is, early position's gonna be opening wide, trying to get that bounty, so when you three bet, he's folding so much.
I like this call on the dry board.
Just call. What?
What?
No. You cannot fold this. Like top of the range.
Did you time
Yeah,
it?
I'm in against solver, but it's all again needs to find some creative bluffs with the bit sizing.
Or value betting worse.
Don't think they're value betting worse. Yeah, but it's
I like stuffing here, yeah. Snap, let's go.
And the ace king, your ace kings
Yeah.
are up today.
yeah.
Actually drawing
King
out.
is the best hand.
I don't like this.
He limp, we ISO.
No, three
You
bet.
raised way three bet.
Okay. Yeah, I like.
It's pretty decent three bet hand.
It's fine. It's a big booty.
Yeah, and it usually mixes.
I think it's a pure fold in the solver, no?
It looks like you're getting three bet pre-flop very rarely at this table.
Yeah, people don't.
Which
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Which is great. So you
Mm.
can raise a little wider if you want.
So what
to.
do you guys do here?
I'd like check raising.
I don't think
It's-
that's great against, especially with the nut factor. Might be a call or fold multi-way.
If he bets
Yeah.
smaller, I think check raising's reasonable. I think rest is sizing though, it's, yeah, call or fold.
Now it's fold.
But I'm not sure if it's even a call on the flop,
I think,
but it cannot be that bad.
Well, go back, we'll see. Press on the flop.
So it's under the gun versus cutoff. Out and the big
But
blind,
big by ace multi-way.
big blind's in here multi-way.
Okay. Let's look at DTO.
This seems like a good fold multi-way.
Yeah, you probably need, well. You have some straight interaction, actually. Is it better to call this or ace ten of hearts?
I think ace ten of,
I think
It's
it's better to call this
better
because you
with-
can make a straight.
yeah, but this is a lot of backdoors. Anything,
It's gonna be a misery. Even if you pick up the straight outs, they can never be open-ended on the turn. They can only be gut shots. I think the 10 and overcard is better.
Alright, so which board do you guys think is better here? 8-6-4 or 9-4-3?
9-4-3.
Oh, and we only have the six-handed? We don't have under the gun ranges? Okay. So it'd be,
But the caller needs to be in position.
I know. Yeah,
Sort of.
this one. Other suited. We have 8-5 deuce, is that good?
Yeah, that's best.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
best.
Have you checked to see if they've had any updates lately?
Yes, this is fully updated. So big blind check. Low jack checks, right? And this is what the cutoff should be doing. So ace-7 with the back door, so that would be
No, no,
diamond.
we're the low jack.
No, it's not. Yeah, we are low jack.
We're low jack. We go check, check.
So
And then.
say this guy bets,
Okay, yeah, he bet small, right?
no, he bet 3.75.
Yeah, half pot, so, yeah.
This guy falls.
Yeah,
So what do we do with ace-7 of diamonds?
Okay, yeah, pure fold.
okay.
What do we do with
Hmm.
ace-10 of diamonds?
Now we go. So
There
we need
you
overcards to D8, basically. Is that what we see? Yeah, overcards to
Or-
D8.
Ace 2, 3, 4, ace 3, ace 4.
These
got
are
shot.
real.
Shot.
Got shots plus and over.
Ace 5 has a pair.
What's the smallest flush draw that we start going with?
You mean backdoor?
Well, it looks like there's a 8-5 of spades on the flop, right? So, or what are we doing here with like, I don't know, are we doing,
We're not folding any spades. You don't fold a flush draw to one bet.
You're even calling with 9-7 of hearts.
You got shot and over.
Look at the
but what
jack.
about
look at
like,
our jack nine- No, look at our jack nine suited. We should have
king of
jack nine
spades?
spades. And we fold, look at how much we fold the jack nine of spades.
We're not folding it at all.
Am I reading the thing wrong?
Yeah.
Calls, raises, or
Oh, that's
jams.
when we don't have it. It's 'cause
Not in range, yeah. Blue is fold.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's some leads or bets.
Okay,
You're
so we should be folding against a big bet. And then if you bet small, is this very different? This guy folds, and then against a small bet. Oops, against a small bet. Against a small bet, we're raising with the diamonds. Alright,
wow.
So what do you guys do here?
Fold. Let him bluff.
Kind
What's
of
the-
easy to have.
We don't block any hearts, so that's a reason to call.
You can have so easy to random like 9 high, 10 high.
Yep, you can have 8, 9.
How did the action go?
I bet
Check,
flop.
check, call, check, check.
I bet flop.
But, and you bet flop half pot.
I think you probably fold ace 8, ace 9, ace 10. What's the username of the person doing the review?
Coral.
Oh, okay.
Have a good one, guys. I gotta run. Work is calling.
Bye, James.
thanks a
Alright,
lot
bye.
for letting us know, James.
So what do you guys do here?
9 high board, check, we're not been cut off.
You're gonna be polar here, 60% check, 40% bet. Do you have a bet? And yes, I think you bet here.
I think this is like mixing everything except those bullshit bars. 35 big blinds, like only the bottom of the range is like check folding, and then everything else is mixing.
Hey, we got to the river. With that goofy line.
Yeah, so mixing 50-50, but when you bet big.
The size on the king, the big size on the kings was that you assume that the first guy can't fold.
Yeah, and it's all kind of all in for him.
Right, okay.
I don't think it matters the sizing that
Right, that's
much.
what I mean. He's committed all in.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I could raise smaller, and if he has like 3 big blinds left on the flop, it doesn't matter.
Right, okay. He done you dirty.
What do you guys do here?
Don't fold.
I don't think you can raise with the diamonds here.
I think so. You can make better raise high fold, and you have 1 overcard king and gut shot. Why not?
What size does he use on the flop?
Small.
Yeah, it's more of a call.
I'd imagine it mixes, but I don't know.
Like the ace five. It's a
Yeah,
good
with,
choice with hearts. But with diamonds here, a little bit less. You can pick like hearts or clubs. But it's more of a call when it comes to diamonds or spades.
not a mistake, though.
Yeah, if you win, you're a genius though. Share the screen again, Kyle.
So here,
Did he, oh, what happened with it? Did he fold?
yeah, he folded.
Great, you're a genius.
So what about here?
You bet the flop and then sized up on the turn?
Yeah,
Play the range.
That's good. I'm ripping. I'm not calling here. I would ISO. Oh, you lose.
it's kind of nice if they jam something random.
Wow. Are you gonna call for 50 more? Big
Of
jam?
co- Oh, I mean, of course, I mean, it's 30 in the pot. I'm getting great pot odds. I'm very often flipping at least.
I'd
And there
rather
are bounties.
clear equities and get the marginal players out of the way.
This is pocket nines. I
I
mean,
know.
like if I jam, I don't think I'm getting called by anything worse, but they might easily jam something.
Oh, it's a bounty, man. They could
Pocket.
make up with 6-5 suited and decide to go for it.
Yeah, and I'm snap calling and I'm super happy.
Okay. It's also good. I'm
Why
sure.
not? And
Yeah,
like
it's
I
fine,
think
right?
they can jam like smaller pocket pairs and stuff like that. Like if it would, I would have like pocket fives, I would be more inclined to jam.
What do you do
because it's
here
a-
with ace 10 offsuit?
Those are like really annoying spots. Like I don't.
See,
I
I
think
would,
like
I would,
anything is crap, but
I
with
would
those-
rip with ace 10 offsuit and I would rip with this one as well, you know?
yeah, and it cannot be bad because it's bounties, but I think like pocket nines is pretty nice to induce. Like if I jam, like
is
nothing nice
spicy.
happens.
It is spicy for sure.
For example,
Running cold.
Well, I won all of my big flips with ace king, so cannot complain.
Well, 8-6 offsuit. Small
I'm
blind,
folding that there.
20 big blinds. Let's see.
Three-way, I'm folding that.
It's bounty. I cover them. I
Under,
need to play wider.
under the gun is the razor.
And it's min raise, not
Yeah,
2.3.
I'm out.
That chippy vid's a pure call.
Wow.
Multi-way?
Yeah,
No way.
Yeah, because
min raise, you just
you're
got,
gonna turn a straight. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna turn a straight, you should be playing. You shouldn't fold if you're gonna turn a straight.
I don't think you should raise here. I think that's a mistake. At this SPR, it's so small. I think you just need to call.
8-6 might not even defend multi-way versus under the gun button.
I just look, Ken.
It defends pre-flop,
Yes,
multi-way.
yes. Yeah, thing is at this SPR, honestly, I think I like to just call because you don't wanna lose him. My strategy for this kind of SPR spot is when you have a set two pair, a straight, a flush, something that is very strong, you're more likely to check call.
yeah,
when you
I
have, like,
know.
A pair top kicker, you're more likely to lose it, right? That's
And
how
yeah,
I.
Yeah.
Louis, what do you do on the, if you just call, do you bet the river or do you?
I would jam river because the four pairing is great for us.
Okay,
So I'd do it as a bluff and I would definitely do it with this combo.
okay.
Yeah, but I just, yeah, but you're absolutely correct. Like the hands that do not need protection should be with this stack to potration calling, but
Yeah.
people don't know how to put the stacks in, so.
Yeah,
And it's a.
it's
but-
a bounty,
but-
right? So you wanna.
Yeah, but it's also like, of course, like I can get the bounty if it just bluffs air on the river, so. It's not like black and white. This might be in a bounty, pretty decent jam. It's connected. Like I have equity.
Is this history filtered not just for your VPIP, but also for seeing the flop? Cause it seems
No.
like, okay, so they just, somebody
I mean,
defends.
there have been folds,
Okay. I don't
but I
remember.
click, of course, them quite fast.
Yeah,
When it
okay.
happens.
All your outs were missing.
Yeah. He seemed a bit nitty, but and he too.
I think it was a
But
good,
it's GG, so like I don't actually have that many.
that just in general seemed like a good fold there. You're dominated a lot. And then there's that.
It was actually like. I kind of could fold because it's a fucking bounty.
Yeah.
And the mean raise.
Yep.
With 14 big blinds. It's always only aces and kings. So maybe I could find a fold.
Right.
Like if he has like any reasonable ranges than not, but
Right, because everything else he's jamming there.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, he should have some like worse chances like raise folds, but I doubt he has. He's just open folding those. So what do you guys do here? Do you check as well?
That seems
Yeah.
okay.
I would check here because you wanna bet, you wanna be polar here, and I don't think your hand fits well in a big bet range.
Cause that other hand when we had the ace king on a board similar to this, it was like range betting small. Did we bet this
Yeah,
turn?
but it was like a bit different.
we-
It was
we
10
bet
high,
with
I
check
think,
call.
10-9 something.
I think it was
But
10-9 jack? No. It was 3 middling cards for sure.
no, it was 10-9 or 10-9 like 7 or 8.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 8 would have made the straight on the turn, so it wasn't. It was 7, and then the turn was it was jack. No, 10-9 6, because he had the 6 with
Yeah,
the backdoor.
strategy
the seven.
here. 70% check on the flop and 30% bet small on the flop. No real big bets. We are betting like over bet with like jack 10 and aces. That's all. We have some all ins with like ace queen off on this flop. Otherwise, it's just bet small.
So how do you like this?
Yeah, seems fine.
Yuck.
I think this is like
Let's check fold
check
four ways.
range.
This is not your pot.
Probably have some donks here.
I don't think on a paired. I'm jamming all of my pocket pairs, so how many trees do I really have? I have like more fives, but I have 0 pocket pairs, so
Yeah,
I
but you
don't
just
think
have,
I have a lead here. I can check it here. Let's say 20 big blind. Or 17. 17. And hijack. Raise. Blind. Oh.
There's almost no donking.
Likely wrong sizing in GTO, but nobody checks back anything and he doesn't improve on the 7. Let's see.
Yep. Bet. Betting the 4-5.
Yeah, I
That's
can
not
use
bad.
larger sizing as well.
Good. Perfect.
Fold.
Kind of should jam wide enough that I should call, but I don't think if people actually do it. So like he should have like jack 10 suited and all
Which you're
stuff
blocking
like
now.
that. And it's a bounty, so he should go wider. And I had a big bounty, I think. But I don't think do people like actually jam.
Yeah, I think you're flipping or crushed a lot.
Yeah, like I can actually check. Yeah, but if it's flipping, it's pretty great. As
You're in the hijack, I think.
hijack.
Small blind jam.
Mixes.
And it's a bit less, but 1025. So, but it's interesting. Like what should he be jamming? But on the other hand, it's a bounty. So
I don't think people are really jamming wider than this, are they?
yeah, not normally, but I don't know if it's
Even
a
in, like,
bounty. Like
But
he
he still
covers the
like
big.
can't really get completely out of line because I mean, he has a lot to lose here, right? Like he's down to 10 bigs if he loses the pot.
Yeah, but I mean he can get the bounty, and it's actually like his range should be looser than that because big blind is not so deep. But I don't know if, I mean, it's a valid question. Do people actually jam these kind of hands? I jam them, but I don't know how many.
Yeah, I'm not jamming suited nines in his spot. Yeah,
Oh, dominated.
can you make the review bigger?
Yeah.
Okay, do you just always raise to 2.4 no matter your stack depth?
Not really.
So
Depends.
you did it off like 25 as well.
Depends if I can be bothered. But here I should likely just min raise.
It's just a jam at GTO. But I don't know if you're adjusting for bounties.
Yeah, I mean it's a fine jam. And there also might be something strange going on, like
So you
bubble or
call,
something.
you call king jack suited when you're covered, but you don't call ace 10 here.
Ace 10, king jack suited has more stable equity like ace 10. Like for example, I guess like the ace jack, my king jack suited has better equity than
So
the
let-
ace 10 offsuit.
If small blind jams, what's the hijack's calling range in this one, in this sim we have? Yeah, just hit, yeah, over there. Yeah, so ace 10's a call, king jack is a fold.
Yeah, it seems to like it. But I think people are like jamming those, not quite finding. Like I think like the aces are a bit more often dominated than they should be, but maybe the king jack suited should also be a fold. And I think his jam range is tighter when I cover him, especially like I don't think people jam in a bounty when they're covered. This like never happens. I think. Is your like experience different? Because I think like ace 10 becomes pretty crappy if like people only jam these better ace x and 10 pocket pairs.
Well, I mean, I think like in the small blind hand where he jammed, a lot of people are jamming like their jack, queen, jack, king, king, queen, king 10, queen 10, jack 10. That stuff.
Yeah.
So having an ace is ahead of all that, but jack, king is only blocking all of that. That's just how I interpret that spot, but big, yeah, here I.
Yeah, but I think his range is wider there. Yeah, it's
I think-
pretty. Yeah,
I don't think the big blind jams enough, so I think, yeah, I fold too, but
I think from small blind, especially when like big blind is 13. Like if he jams something random like jack 10 suited, it can like nothing that bad can happen to him. If the big blind breaks with the hand, he's flipping for bounties and stuff like that. And Jack 10 or something like that has 10-9 even, has a lot of equity even when I call. Yeah, but I mean, I think people do not find enough, so normally, so.
You probably bet way smaller on the flop.
Yeah, I could go with one big
Just one
blind.
big blind, yeah.
This also like interesting, he should not really ever have ace, I think. But I think people see flops with them, so.
What was the pre-flop action? This guy's all in?
Single raise spot, no.
No,
There's a guy
under-
all in, yeah.
yeah, so I just absolutely jam this.
Yeah, I
Pre-flop.
agree as well. I would jam pre. But seems like you
Avoid-
get an extra bounty.
Avoid this whole headache. No, you lose now.
Oh. Yeah,
He folds if you jam.
yeah.
Got to ISO and PKOs.
Eight, five is a defend?
Anything is a defense.
Oh, sorry.
So 7 big blinds deep.
I didn't see your stack size, right. Never mind.
Ooh. Was a close one.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. Let's go. Oh,
lucky river.
oof,
Oof. You deserve that.
yeah.
Ooh. I don't like that.
The bet
I like
loose, ain't
it.
it?
No, I like it because you wanna create opportunities where you're trying to steal. And you want to stay away from opportunities where you're trying to hero call. So I like
This
that
is-
a lot.
Are we down to a couple few tables or?
You also have the big blind and small blind covered by a lot, so.
Yeah, and they have like really nasty time jamming into me with like bluffs.
So we're getting very
When I
deep
cover
now
them.
with that stack depth, right?
Yeah,
We're in the money for sure, right?
yeah, we are. I think like when it was like lots of people were 10 big blind deep, that was like a money bubble or something.
So is it better when you're an ICM to open the kings wider? Cause they're gonna fold more.
Mm,
Is it better to
probably,
open-
but I think also like it works better in a bounty because they are not just like jamming enough,
Oh, right.
because they don't want to jam something
Kinda
so Jack 10 suited when I
Kinda the
cover
same.
them. So
Kind of the same principle when you have them covered.
You just want also to block like calls and three bets. So like king blockers and ace blockers are great for that. If you wanna expand it a little bit,
yeah, and it's also like we are getting deep in the tournament. It's a lot of money for most people, so they're
Yeah.
happy getting the paid jumps.
it's time to get some chips, right? Because people are gonna be overly tight on these ICM points. So this is how you get on the final table with like lots of chips versus getting there
Mm,
with the 10 big blind stack.
I think that's a big bet spot.
I don't think
Better
multi-way.
check, right?
There's. What we learned from DTO is there's still a lot of big betting multi-way.
I don't think it's on ace high. The hands do not need really protection. I mean, yeah, it's can have draws, but
You're checking a lot here though too, right? Isn't that why you wanna polarize when you bet?
yeah, I mean, it's just like it's of course like true on ace high that
Thank you so much. Thank you.
you check a lot because like top pair doesn't change, so the equities are kind of stable. So
I mean, I don't know if equities are stable with 2 to a straight and 2 to a flush.
no, it's
mean-
much better than if it would be a queen high board. Of course, like it's a bet ace high board, but it's ace high board is still a more stable.
Yeah, I think we do a lot of checking here and some small bets, but mostly large bets.
Well,
We can also check.
I mean, I think ace king's gonna wanna bet, but I think we're gonna have a lot, we're gonna check a fair amount of ace X, right? Protect our
Yep.
checking range some here.
right, so 30 big blind effective. This is a hair different. Instead of hijack, we're the button here. So small blind, big blind button, 30 big blind effective, check, check. I don't have the exact ace jack 9, I have ace jack 10. On ace jack 10, we are definitely using the bigger size a lot, especially with this part of the deck. Ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace 9, these type of hands. We definitely are using the bigger size multi-way here a lot. Mostly with these type of hands. So Nick is right. You can share again, yeah. So, and there's no difference. Every ace king I saw in the on DTO was betting big.
I think I should jam probably this one. With the flush blocker.
So on the flop, I think you should be betting big. With this part of the range, all like you're sizing up for value with all your best top pairs, basically. So you wanna
I don't
go,
I can get the stacks in with 3 half pot bets. I don't need
Yeah.
to
actually, you
size
know
up.
what? You bet half pot, it's
Yeah,
betting 65% pot on this. thing,
It's
so-
fine. It's not a small bet on the stacked up.
Like it's splitting nicely into 3 half pot bets.
I probably
It has
just
to be
check
good.
back river now.
I think this one should value, but
What size did you go for on the turn? 80%?
half pot,
You should size up your 80% at once.
no. See, I have half pot a bit more left on the river.
Okay, well, GTO wizard would it prefers your 80% on the turn, I mean.
But then it's very strange sizing. It leaves like,
I've noticed they like to set up like half pot
If I'm
jams, sometimes less than
betting-
half pot jams when you have certain hands. Doesn't,
And-
it likes to make the
Well, it
SPR
doesn't
so
matter.
loaded, they can't fold a 10, right?
You also get value from the flush draws that you won't get on the river
And what is the river?
and the straight draws, if someone has one.
And then he checks. He's supposed to be leading a lot here.
Yeah. I like a lead by
No,
him.
Alex.
Cause his range is littered with flushes and we have very few.
Maybe leave and come back, Alex.
Hey, should I leave and come back?
Yeah, is
Yeah,
Okay, thanks, guys.
that Juan?
Nope.
Sounds like him.
So what do you guys do here? It would be more interesting if we could actually see the bounties, but
Oh, by the way,
Interesting.
this is,
Are we-
I would ISO here.
I was gonna say, I guess we got ISO, right?
are we
But-
like final two, final three tables?
It depends on how deep we are, right?
Exactly.
And how
If
big
we're-
is the bounty, it's tough to tell. Oh,
Yeah.
it's very deep. It's a
I probably
20
just
bit.
fold.
I don't know. It depends if it's
Yeah.
a very big booty. I just call. I would
Your
go. for
chips
it.
matter so much.
Yeah,
here.
but it's still ace jack, right? And it's still 12 big blinds, so. It's not too out of line, I think. Oh. Let's go. Warcraft.
Running pure.
Not really, man. He had a short stack for a little while.
then now there are.
Big bet.
Yeah, that's good.
It's fine.
Because it was 10 high or because it was two-tone? What was the driving
Both.
factor?
Both,
big.
both.
Okay.
Both are factors. Like you wanna bet big here with like all your tens. All your
Yeah.
like jacks, all your like ace five of spades, stuff like that.
The board has every gut, so you want to make those
Spades
indifferent.
and clubs, probably the wheels.
So you want to bet big very often.
Okay.
So the
It
guts
might
is
be
gonna.
just a bet small though, because there's just one key card for a big blind and it's a 10 eye board.
Yeah, 10 high is generally, but this board has every gut shot in the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's a big bet. But normally 10 high, you can bet range, but because this has every gut shot, I think it's a bet large, but I can check on the how deep we are. 30 big blinds deep.
And what turn, and if we're going polar, how does the king nine of diamonds fit into that polar range?
It's random hands.
Okay,
I mean, it could borrow, it's got equity, it's got an over, it's got,
Yeah.
it's got, you know.
But it's like-
Great.
No, we're just checking 10% of the time here and we are definitely only big betting. Almost only big betting.
king nine, let's hover over that king nine. So it's the king nine, here it's the right suits, so it's the king nine of diamonds. Yep, it's a bet,
It's like 60% big bets here,
Yeah.
right?
25% bet small, so. Mostly a big bet.
Great.
This has to be pretty deep because nobody's wanting to see any flops.
He donks.
On
Don't think that, I don't think
jam.
that's a donk board.
Yeah, but people like to.
Oh, he's short stacked. Yeah, it's fine. didn't
But I
know
mean,
that's
it's
where he
not
was.
like I'm betting range, so it's really stupid to dunk it. He could just check raise jam it anyways.
Yeah, I don't
Trying
think
to-
donk
he's
odds.
trying to avoid getting called off.
Or check, he doesn't wanna check back
Yeah.
either.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mm,
power,
I don't like
power.
that. Trying to bully big stacks late in the tournament.
I'm pretty sure that that's not in, it's not in the GTO range.
This is not the
a-
final table, right?
think we are getting probably not. I don't know
Why are we calling this?
because he has 6 big blinds.
So he's gonna jam wide and then we can jam over it. Oh, and then it happens this way anyway.
So this is not the final table for sure.
Wow. that's
Owning them.
Okay. So you're trapping a lot, it seems.
It's going people ISO too wide, right?
What did you ask?
Traps seem pretty effective. Like if the person that opens then like tries to re-ISO too wide, it's pretty good. Like they're attacking
Yeah,
the
like
short stack.
nobody traps there, so you can usually like just jam your open range and the guy is like folding everything.
So he does it a lot when there's short re-jam stack left to act.
Yeah, it was that ace queen was driven by the 6 big blinds.
Yeah, I see what he's doing, but that's also the fact that there's a stack that opened in front of him that is gonna, if they re-ISO too wide, it's pretty sweet to have traps.
Yeah. But also even if they don't re-ISO, if they just call, you can then jam on top of them and pick up the
Right.
call,
Right.
you know, pick up 4 more big blinds.
Alright, 10-4, that's a little bit wide.
10 big blinds and bounties.
Yeah, but offsuit 4, you wanna limp or fold. You don't wanna open jam like that.
Did you open jam or did you?
Yeah, you open
jam.
jam for the bounty.
Oh, you'd open jammed. Okay, and then you had to call you
It's
up.
a bit too weak, even for in the PKO, I think.
I agree. Chips matter so
10-6,
much at this point,
10-6.
losing.
Like
Losing 10 big
offsuit
blinds is-
4 and lower is like the cusp. Like if you had an offsuit 5, it's fine. Welcome, Alex.
You got that, yeah.
And now we are super deep because the table is not filling up.
Are currently reviewing all our friend, Johannes Rimpila. Turned $50 into 17,000.
This is a big bet for sure.
Yeah, I like bigger than that. I would go pot here.
Yeah.
How deep is your opponent?
Deeper,
Four
70
big
bigs.
blinds.
He's got us covered.
Yeah,
Definitely pot minimum.
And if you get raised, you're going with it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. Ace high, we just range bet small. Snap it off. Good
Get
flop,
there.
good turn. Take it. Snap it off.
Don't get there.
Oh, oh. Where's the king?
Finally got 3-bet. Took about an hour.
Took about the whole tournament to me.
You could have just jammed that pre-flop too, ace 9.
I like making it 5 big blinds here. 7 is a bit much, but sure.
So we don't jam our suited. Oh, you're too deep for that. Never mind.
A bit like.
You're
Yeah,
too deep.
I don't think it would be terrible, but
But he's like
Especially-
30 something. Don't the wheels like those 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 sometimes jam there?
yeah, like I'm being, especially in a bounty, I think it would be pretty decent jam. But I'd rather have the wheel
Yeah.
because if I'm getting called by ace, I'm dominated.
Yeah, I think in fact from the big blind, it probably is ace 4, ace 5.
Yeah. Yeah, but I wouldn't take a jam, and it might be like better in a bounty, depending on the bounties and all that.
Oh, it doesn't jam any of the wheels in that. Big regular.
It's
chip
jamming
EV.
like offsuit stuff, right?
Yeah, and in regular chip EV, it doesn't use the suited ones.
It's like your suited middling cards and then your offsuit.
Yeah, he's
King
5
six.
off, he's 4 a little bit, and then he's like 9, 10, jack, queen.
So you think for the bluff on the river there, need to go over pot for that?
I think I have like value hands when I check twice that want to go over pot, so
This is very close. What do you do?
this is like really fucking bullshit. Like, he's pot committed himself. I hope I folded.
I like folding.
By the fucking idiots. Like, when they do this kind of shit, they always have the aces.
Yeah,
Queens plus, ace king sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, because they pot committed themselves, but
they
didn't jam.
don't, also no one flat aces as they should here, right?
It happens sometimes.
I mean, if we're at the final table, what he did make some sense.
So we can actually like do a bit of math. Like if the starting stack is 25,000, then how many starting stacks do we have at this table? Can somebody take a screenshot and count?
It's at least 4.
Like just count, like if somebody take a screenshot and just counts the millions of chips together and then
Pull my
divides by
calculator up real-
25,000.
I'll do that.
Do my
Is it the
calculator
final
real
table?
quick.
Like we'll see, like it was like 8,000 players. So we can see like how large percentage.
What do you have, 980? Hold on a second, just give me a second, just, I'm just doing the, I got my calculator out.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, you
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah,
so 7, 800. What's that? Is that
10
10
million.
million 240?
You just put 10 million. And then
I only got
5.5
more.
million.
I got one more, 28. Though I'm putting them all in 6, 7. So there's 89 million chips.
So
Divide
divide that by
by-
25,000.
Okay. So 3,563 players if we divide this table by 25,000.
So final
So
2
you're not there
tables.
yet. So you got it's probably 2 tables. If you figure average stacks, we double it, there's probably 2 tables. That'll get you to over 7,000.
Like how many starting stacks was it?
At your
3,500.
table, 3,563. So if you double it, you're over 7,000. It should be 2 tables, right?
Yeah,
How many big blinds you just jam? Seems optimistic to get called.
Guys got them covered, and you can jam wide. I mean, I guess you don't jam wider when you're covered. It protects your shit, your bottom
yeah,
pairs.
yeah. Like I mean, yeah. Like I think I can jam more of the hands. Like he should call wider, so I can jam a bit wider. Like value hands that need protection, and then splitting that. Like yeah, likely solver would find some 3-bet ranges, but it's just very hard to find the hands.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
so
also look
you
at
don't have a
that.
3-bet, you don't have a 3-bet range, you're only jamming here?
I think so because
Okay.
But look at the guy too. Look at the guy with only 7 big blinds. That guy, that really incentivizes him to fold here. Cuz he's got eyes. You don't have final table ICM pressure, but you still have ICM pressure.
yeah, but also it's a bounty, so the ICM pressure is a bit limited.
Yeah. There's that.
I mean,
I-
Chippy V it isn't a
ICM
jam, but
incentivizes him to call, but
Yeah, a chippy
I
V
mean,
is
yeah.
gonna 3-bet to
Yeah.
like 7, right?
Yeah, and like it would like, but then I would have to like construct ranges so that I'm not just jamming ace king suited every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's
stuff
pretty
like
good. If
that,
they're gonna
so-
call wide with like a lot of ace high stuff to try to get your bounty, it's pretty great, right? Cause you have to have a pretty large bounty as well.
Yeah, I had that large bounty.
This is just a pure jam, even at EV. Yep.
So we're probably one person away from combining the final table. There we go.
Probably it, yeah.
Yeah, we have more chips now.
Yeah, we can tell it's final table because your stack got bigger. You have more big blinds.
Uh,
How's that?
I'm
work?
not-
no, it's actually 9 max, so it's final table. Well, is it GG 9 max or 8 max? Normally,
You can tell it's the final table because the amount of big blinds you had went up, and that happens on GG. You
How
had
does
like,
that-
oh,
How's
oh
that
yeah, right.
you had
Yeah.
like 30 and now you have like 50.
How does that
Yeah.
happen, Nick? When they go to the final table, they drop the blinds?
No, they
Uh,
take the
until-
average chip stack and bring everyone like up to that or something.
Yeah, it's 40 big blinds. Average stack needs to be minimum of 40 big blinds.
They just give you big blinds?
No, they reduce the blinds.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute, but that guy's, but that other guy, but he's only got 14 big blinds. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but the average is 40, and then you
Okay.
recalculate. So
Okay. So they do. So they lower the blinds when you go to the final table. If,
If the field was large enough.
right, okay.
Which is like is always the case, actually.
what do you guys do here? Does anybody jam?
No, God, no, just call.
Just call. Yeah, that's fine.
I like a
Wow.
barrel when we pick up equity.
And you picked up some equity.
So I think you need to bet this turn.
You get better hands than yours to fold, you know?
But it's also that it's like it cannot be back to bet, but it's also my gotcha is to the nut straight. And I have 2 overcards. If I bet, the value of my overcards goes down, I think.
I mean, but you're near like the bottom of your range still.
And the reason you bet the flop was you bet the flop because you had backward door equity and you got your back
No,
door.
I'm betting range.
Okay,
It's like it's
okay.
just nasty to do the
What does that
closing.
GTO wizard do when we pick up equity?
Yeah, but like it's also like final table, so it's different, but we can try.
I mean, that exact hand unblocks all the folds, like we don't have a heart, we don't have a diamond, the 10 and queens aren't gonna fold. Probably too many of them.
Here, I jack here. I jack versus big blind.
So it's like we mix, we block some folds, we unblock others, so it's an interesting hand to look at.
Yeah,
I would be betting here, it might be a big mistake.
3.
I would bet there, therefore it's definitely a big mistake.
I'd be betting as well, and I am a mistake.
I think having a diamond and a heart would be really good to bet.
No, it was.
Or at least like a diamond,
Yeah,
I
definitely
mean,
a
a
bet.
heart, or at least a heart would be good, I think.
It checks with the spade.
Yeah,
Heart-
checks back.
Our combo's mostly checking.
Yeah,
Mode wants a heart.
And yeah, and
maybe
I think,
blocking the
I
continues.
see him spot, it checks even more, so.
Mode
if
wants a
it's-
heart or diamond, blocking
Yeah.
more calls.
We bet every one of them unless we have, two combos on 16, so it was mostly a bet.
yep, everything but spade club and club spade.
So this particular combo is the one that is checking a lot, right?
Yeah,
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 check
but
might
it's
sound
also
makes
like
sense.
other combos, like if you have blocker to one, if that flush hits, it's a very good bluff. Like if I have a hard here, I bet, and the river is a hard, it's a pretty good bluff candidate with the blocker. But this one isn't that great. This is also like interesting. Because he might be bluffing every counter faded tree. Maybe I should call this.
No. You should not call
Or
this.
every counter faded pocket pair.
You'll still
It would
have
be
ace
so
highs in
easy to be
range.
over bluffing.
You'll have a lot of ace highs still.
Yeah, but it would be so easy for him to over bluff.
No, you wanna stay away from hero calls on the final table. That's what Bert would say.
Yeah, that's true, but
You could be bluffing with better hands too, just like king high.
that was sad. I checked down my straight to lose.
Queen jack could defend, from the
Uh,
small blind.
No, I mean, he
You'll-
was like,
He only had like 3 bigs.
Oh,
less than-
gotcha. Yeah, okay. Fine.
Like ripping here?
Yeah. Little bit of a heater. So is your
probably
standard
do
open
do
2.4?
something. What,
Do you always open 2.4?
when I'm lazy? But here, yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean, the big blind
But
is.
I don't, yeah, I
before,
kind
so-
of want to discourage him from just seeing flops with.
Yeah, no, I
only
didn't
two.
know if it's an adjustment you make in certain spots or if this is your, because I've seen you use this size a lot. That's why I was asking if. it was
He's
the
almost
standard.
always used 2.4, very rarely any
Yeah.
other sizing.
Yeah, that complains to me about it. But I think in this spot, it might be because of the big stack. Like it's a bounty and everything, so I don't want him to call flops with any two.
Yeah, you don't want to make it easy for him just to click call. I get that.
And especially if it's like he calls. And then it's like extra big blind.
Like, what's this guy flatting here?
I know. With his 8
No,
big
I
blind.
mean, but
I'm gonna
it
pro-
was like unbelievable, like the final table. There were like somebody with like 300 in winnings and somebody was like down like 30K or something, like unbelievable pieces.
I would
And
probably
then there were
check,
like,
Yeah, I actually check back to trap.
I would
think.
check back here and give him a chance to just
Hang
get
himself.
spaz.
yeah, I mean,
He
yeah,
shouldn't be
it's-
calling pre-flop. I don't know what the hell he's doing, so I'm gonna give him a chance to go like, wow.
yeah,
love that
maybe
on the
I
board
was
race track.
thinking about it, but like my check back is then exactly like sets and aces.
I like betting one big blind here.
That's fine too. Well, I guess that guy there, I think I would just check. I don't-
Cause it's gonna be
Give a
so
chance
easy
to
to get
blast.
stacks in.
Yeah, but I remember thinking about it. I think I can defend this when I cover him.
Fold.
Don't remember if that
Did
guy
you-
was
how did you-
good or not.
On that last hand, were you 8-10 offsuit on the button? Call?
Big
The
blind.
big blind.
Oh, okay.
I like calling.
Or V pipping here.
You cannot call here.
Yeah, I would fold.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's
No,
a
I
fold,
think,
but maybe I could jam.
I think big stack against big stack, if you get a 6 on the flop, it's an
We
amazing.
don't have that many chips.
Pocket pairs are terrible on a final
No.
table, Louis, when you get 3-bet.
I would call. Cause if you,
Yeah, I mean, you have chip pots, but you don't have ICM modes.
What would you do with nines here? Would you call or jam nines?
I would never call with anything. It's jam or,
You would just jam the nines
Okay.
pre-flop.
Okay,
yeah, like maybe I could with like exactly aces call.
I think nines is the worst pairs I go with there, so I was just curious if we ever could just call and play a pot or.
We're gonna be jamming. We didn't jam.
This is an interesting one.
Oh, we raised and he called pre-flop?
Yeah,
That's what happened. Okay. We're at 29.
And he
Raise.
donks.
yeah.
I don't like raising here. Think you just call because when he dunks like that, it's like a probe.
If he has a 10, he's not folding.
You have to raise here.
Yeah, I'm raising.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna let him
jacks
just
have to, like, maybe I could call with
Queens or-
kings.
aces
Yeah,
or like sets and
right.
I
I
think
think
these
jacks need to-
these bets are very, very weak. Like if you raise, you almost always let him get away from it.
Well,
Whereas
if he's
if you
weak,
call,
he's
he
done.
doesn't know where he stands and he stops
yeah,
turning.
but I'm very happy just taking down the pot in final table.
Yeah,
what
suppose he
I-
does it with king three and just picks a king, right? Like,
Exactly.
Like you're gonna get an overcard like 25% of the time. So 75% of the time, the board runs clean.
I'm fine with
No.
that in earlier stages, but I'm never doing that at the final table. I'm not gonna let them set their price to get their fucking high card to roll off. If he has a 10, he's probably never folding, so.
Spicy.
Nice. Good river. What a
Ooh. And you had to see that in real time.
Oh, that's a big bet. Nice. Oh, you put him all in. He's got 6 bigs. Okay.
Yeah,
This guy loves his dock bets. I would call, I guess.
I just think he has so often like two pair or like some monster draw with that sizing here.
I mean, he could be doing this with an 8, like you block the queen. So I would just call probably.
Ooh. Well played.
Like the only hand you beat on the river. Every draw gets there.
Yeah,
8, 5, 7, 5. I have a few, but not.
so he mixes up his donks with value and garbage.
Queen
Yeah, but
six, it's there.
But this was also like with bigger sizing,
Yes.
so I thought it was value. And especially here, like.
I'm folding that 6-10 there.
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, you can raise or fold, probably. You can apply a lot of pressure to the big stack that opens.
Thing is, we cover, so. And it's a bit, there are some pretty amazing bounties here. Like
Yep.
probably thousands of dollars, so.
Always best.
It's like, if you look at an ICM chart, it's probably gonna be a fold, but in a PKO like this, where bounties are really big.
Yeah, and it's
you
also like I
cover.
covered them, so I will very often realize my equity. Like
Yeah,
they cannot just push me off my equity and blast like crazy. That guy with a 3 big blind stack.
also like, we don't have much ICM pressure here.
Yeah.
But I think folding is also fine. Pre-flop.
Yeah.
That's great.
No,
With that one guy, with that little guy there, you can definitely shove there. That's great.
Yeah.
and now it starts to set like these were like one of them had like 300 in winnings and one of them was like super whale.
Right.
It was very sad that I lost. It was like going back in, like playing on the US sides. These were like US opponents.
Hey,
Here I prefer to open rip all in pre-flop or limp, one of the two.
I don't, I was gonna say 2.7, king 7 off.
No, you wanna open rip here.
Yeah, I'm a repeat, probably the best.
Yeah,
He talks.
oh, no,
He
no.
talks into the flush.
I would have liked you to just.
Oh
call.
my god.
Yeah, it's just a call. You don't raise back.
He's scared to death of a higher, another club coming off the, and when you have a better club. He donks in you for protection.
No, I think it's value.
I don't think so. All his bluffs are folding. You can just fold an ace there. Without a club against that guy.
I like it better on the turn.
Yeah,
I agree.
no, I don't remember how the other guy busted, but now that
busted
that's
to
a
him.
sad ending. I got completely owned.
I don't like this play at all.
Yes,
You should just either call or fold. I don't like this three bet.
Yeah, let's call.
I have to like bottom of my range that's between calling and folding should be 3-betting, like some 3-bet bluffs. I think.
I think you need an ace or a king blocker to.
I mean, it's,
I don't
Good-
think
it's
in
good blind versus blind, right? If you're small blind, but then you're out of position post flop, so it's not really gonna be good in this spot, I don't think.
I don't think like you can. It's not a 3-bet bluff with like ace heads up.
With low ace, low king blockers, that's what I would use, like the low offsuit wheels.
And it was like mean raise, not like. So I think it's like very similar hands that you use from big blinds versus a limp. Because you can call with everything. So you really need to use the crap as bluffs, I think.
Yeah.
But it was also like 5 AM.
See, this is the type of hand I would three bet with.
But he was limp raise. Oh, so you'd go limp raise, you would limp re-raise?
Yeah,
Okay. Not just raise this pre-flop?
no. Like
Even in raise.
king five and less, you wanna limp, king six off, you wanna raise or jam.
Okay.
So you don't fold anything like 8-2, I would probably open fold. That's not a thing.
No,
I mean, in theory, like exactly this you could fold, but I play better than him post flop. Except that he owned me. But he was really bad. And completely owned me.
I would have folded. They just ain't donk bluffing there. Although it is a thing, I would imagine, with a 10 pairs.
no, I don't think you should call here either. Yeah, I know your heads up and everything, but to call
He
here,
could have like unlimited flush draws and
if you add one blocker to a possible flush, like jack deuce offsuit with the jack of hearts, you could call. Cause you block value. Jack of diamonds, you could call, you block value. But this one, like you block everything that breaks on the turn that you shouldn't fire, so. Like
I
for,
would probably just call with my aces, and if there wasn't an ace on the board, if I had like an over to the high card and the two.
I have
would
so much
call.
crap here. I'm likely betting like range here against him.
I mean, if he's any good, it's a good bluff card, honestly.
Like no, he's pretty terrible. Maybe it's a fold, but so
like this one, I don't really like either.
Well, I like this better than 8-2. At least I can make a straight.
Yeah, I like calling. Ideally, you wanna have a club in your hand to make this call, but
No, don't play it. Fold, fold, fold.
Do
Don't
we
play
know
it.
do we know this is it?
Yeah,
this was such a sad ending.
Can't lose this hand now unless you bluffed.
I don't understand why you call the flop.
You better
Yeah.
call.
Man, I'm out.
But-
Oh, okay, I see.
And just fold.
And then
Yeah, that's
It
not
was-
good.
You tilted?
yeah, but he had like it was terrible because he doesn't know how to value.
You need a diamond, don't you?
But he had
Oh,
yeah.
Alright,
I
well,
screamed-
yeah.
You heard me screaming fold.
Alright, well, GG, man, it was very nice to look
Good
at.
game, good game.
Thanks a lot for sharing their hand with us and sharing your thoughts. Thought you played really well in general. Maybe heads up a little bit less, but I think overall, very good game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wanna tell us
Target
a
bluffs
little
here,
bit
like
about?
9 of diamonds. Ace of diamonds. I guess ace is too good. Like you need like a 9 of diamonds probably, right?
Before
Yeah,
we,
probably.
yeah, before we wrap it up, do you wanna tell us a little bit about the poker?
Yeah, I can. So what do you like? Basically, like they take in anyone who like plays enough volume, and then they like see how it goes. And it's like a very basic staking deal that they cover your games and then you take the roughly half, depending a bit on your situation and all that, but like basically half half of the winnings, but you get like rather high quality coaching and stuff like that. Like for example, on Mondays I have my interesting hands that I can get them reviewed by Giraffe, and the videos are like more aimed to aspiring professional players than, for example, poker coaching. Like in poker coaching, you have basically every good video as well, but they usually like start with very basics when they make a video, and in poker, it's they kind of assume that you know the basics, so it's often a bit easier. You don't have to go over so many times every basic stuff. But if you like spend some time at poker coaching, you will find everything that's like poker on GTO side as well. But then there is maybe a bit more exploitative things in the videos and coaching generally, and they usually start you on like a very low levels, and then move you up if you have a good win rate and study hard, and they care usually even more about that you study than
Actual
that you
results.
play a lot.
Yeah. All right,
And I've
well then,
been
very
like
nice.
playing 1 year there.
How does
If
the
you guys
makeup
have any
work?
questions, I can of course answer.
How does the makeup work?
You can make up, and it doesn't really affect anything. You have like a bit lower limits when you are into makeup, enough into makeup, but it's nothing dramatic. Like it doesn't like really affect anything important, and they're not like if you study and get volume and you're like stats get better, they don't really care about the makeup.
And do you have to move down if you eat tacos?
Like they move sometimes, but like I don't know anybody that they have moved down. Like moving down, I think happens mainly like if somebody doesn't study and then like win rates get shit, and like I really don't see that anybody who like does that required studying would get moved down. Like one exception they mentioned, because now they offered me a salary if I move to a cheaper country. They mentioned that if you have a salary, then it increases the risk, and salary player might get like moved down more easily.
Ah, I see. And then, have you ever been offered frog poison?
No, they fired their shaman.
They fired him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ah. All right, well, thanks a lot, Koral. It's always a
Thanks.
pleasure to have you around.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks
Good
for
job.
sharing. Well played. Enjoy all the winnings.